Phyllis Magidson. I'm the Elizabeth Farron Tozer Curator of Costumes and Textiles at Museum of the City of New York. And we've looked at a few pieces in our collection that are really typical of what one would find in an historic costume collection. But today we have something completely different. Mrs. Theodore Roosevelt Jr., who was Eleanor Butler Alexander Roosevelt, made a vest for her friend Alexander Woollcott, who was a literary and theatrical critic for the New Yorker magazine. And she embroidered this vest that we're looking at, which has, among other things on it, heads of men who had met with untimely and grotesque deaths. Many of the gruesome depictions are decapitated heads, and they are being eaten by rats, or brains being ladled, or little flies swarming about them. But in the corner is a horizontal head, which is a portrait of FDR, with his brains being eaten by rats. And she was apparently not a huge fan of FDR and the New Deal. Eleanor was an award-winning embroiderer. She was not a dilettante at anything that she did. And this Chinese split stitch that she utilizes to really depict the heads and a couple of figures was really of the very highest quality and, certainly competitive quality. There are initials on the front of the vest, Alexander Woollcott, A.W., and then on the sides she attributes the artwork to her son Quentin, Q.R. Eleanor was born into a socially prominent family, and she married Theodore Roosevelt Jr., the son of Theodore Roosevelt Sr., who was then President of the United States. And she's introduced probably in the 1930s to Alexander Woollcott. Woollcott was a very, very cutting wit, and he gained a lot of weight in the time that Eleanor knew him. And there was a moment where she decided she was going to cut into him and really criticize his weight gain, and she emblazoned across the back of the vest. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouths they speak proudly. And this was really a quote from a psalm, and in a subsequent correspondence we have in the collection between Eleanor and Woollcott, he basically says, "I have taken your hint and have lost the weight. I've had my tailors half my suits, but the notorious vest will probably be buried in some cave by a museum."